Hey there, Judi Jamieson the Psychic here, and welcome to my channel. If you're someone who is curious about working with your third eye, or maybe you're getting stressed out and frustrated because you're expecting certain things to happen and they're not happening the way you want them to, then this video here is for you. I'm going to go over and explain to you a little bit about what may be going on as to why you think your third eye is not open, and then I'm going to give you about 10 different examples to let you know that it is open or opening or awakening, whatever terminology you want to use. So if this is your first time here and you have no idea who I am, give me a second, let me introduce myself real quick. My name's Judi Jamieson, I'm a psychic, not a fortune teller. I teach intuition and psychic development to those who are going through some kind of trauma, awakening, or life transition. By learning how your natural intuitive and your psychic gifts work, you have the ability to not only activate and tap into a higher source of divine intelligence that will lead you to all roads of abundance, happiness, clarity, guidance, healing, you name it. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I am your new virtual best friend, and you're going to want to hit the subscribe button that is right underneath this video, and I'm going to give you a second to do that right now. Alright, so before I go in and give you these different examples as to how it may be opening that you're not even aware of, let me lay a little bit of a foundation for you. One, it is nothing even remotely close to what Hollywood tells you. So if you're expecting to see ghosts and auras or have some kind of supernatural experience, it ain't gonna freaking happen. Seeing auras, ghosts, ETs, whatever it is that you have in your head is possible, but it's extremely rare. As someone who is a professional psychic, and this is what I do for a living, it's extremely rare if I even experience stuff like that. So don't be expecting any kind of supernatural type experience. Two, anytime you're working with your natural intuitive and psychic senses, or working with spirit, I'll say, you have to evaluate why. Why do you want to work with your third eye? If you're someone who's just doing it for shits and giggles, or just because you want to see ghosts, you're in for a huge disappointment. You're gonna get disappointed, frustrated, and throw in the towel and think all of this is a bunch of BS. Now, if you're someone who wants to work with their third eye and open their natural intuitive and psychic skills for healing, personal empowerment, guidance, to help other people, you would have a lot easier time opening it up. So evaluate your why. The third thing I want you to understand here, working with your natural intuitive and psychic senses is very personal and different and unique for each and every one of us. It's like a marriage, right? Everybody has different relationships and different marriages and the way those relationships work. What works for one person or one couple might not work for somebody else. When you're working with your natural senses, it's the same concept. You have to kind of pay attention to how much time, care, love, and attention that you give to yourself, or your marriage with yourself, or your marriage with spirit. Your third eye and any of your psychic senses is like a muscle. If you're not in the routine of using it, it's not very strong. You can also kind of think of it like if you go to the gym, right? Maybe you want to lose some weight, or I don't know, whatever your reason is for going to the gym. Again, evaluating your why. You're not gonna get instant, fast results. These things take time, commitment, and practice. Now, depending on how long that time frame is to where it would like fully be open, completely and totally depends on your relationship with yourself. The other thing I want you to understand here is I guarantee you your third eye is probably already open or awakening if you're watching this video. The reason why I'm telling you that, if you're someone who has been working with it, reading about it, educating yourself about it, or has a desire to do it on a spiritual, energetic level, you're already opening yourself up. We all have this particular gift of the third eye and so many others. It's just that society doesn't teach us how to look within ourselves for guidance. We're taught to look to the outside world. Okay, you got that? Easy enough, basic stuff, right? If you vibe with that, if you can relate with that, you're good with that, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube. We'll consider that a high five between the two of us. I swear to you, this stuff is not hard. It is not difficult. We as individuals put too much pressure on it and make it more difficult than what it really is, because we have this Hollywood misconception going on in our head and we're expecting a type experience like that. All right, you ready? So I have here 12 different ways that you can tell your third eye is awakened. Now again here, I want you to understand there's a difference between, like, in the morning when you're just waking up, some people wake up and they're freaking gone. They're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Other people, they need a little bit of momentum to get going. So what I'm going to share with you here is a mix of physical and non-physical stuff. And obviously what I'm sharing with you is not limited to what it is that I'm just going to share with you. I'm just going to go over and give you some examples to where hopefully you'll have some aha moments and you'll feel less stressed out about trying to open it up. So let me give you 3 different physical signs that your third eye would be opening. 1, if you sometimes get tingling sensations in your forehead. So to give you a quick example as to what I mean by that, if you've ever gone and had a Reiki session done, you know how they put their hands over your body? If you're feeling like a tingling for me it's a tingling sensation. For somebody else it might be a different sensation. The point here is, if you're getting some kind of sensation on your forehead type area, that's a physical sign. 2, headaches. Headaches, when you first start doing intuition and spiritual type stuff, you tend to get overwhelmed, right? Because we want to learn this and we want to learn this and we want to learn that, and we overwhelm ourselves. Headaches are normal. So if you're experiencing a lot of headaches, try and tone down how much of this type information that you're absorbing or reading or trying to work with. The third thing is if you're very sensitive to light. So if you're someone like me, even sometimes sitting in the shade, I have to wear sunglasses. I cannot go outside in the direct sunlight without glasses on. I have to have sunglasses. All right, so let's go into some mental things that would be going on. One of them, you could see through somebody's bullshit. You can see through bullshit. Guess what? You're seeing through your third eye. You're just not seeing what it is that you're expecting to see. The other thing is your mind opens up and expands like a freaking sponge. You can't get enough of this information, or you're thirsty for knowledge. You're thirsty to understand all different avenues and aspects of life. You're just thirsty to grow. Here's a really, really easy one here. If you are someone who is very visual, so to give you an example, if you're really good with decorating or graphic design or very much into art, guess what? Your third eye is already opening. You're just not using it to its full potential in the spiritual world. Another mental, I should say even emotional sign too, is if you don't judge others. Meaning, you don't see things in black or white, win or lose. You're like the rainbow, and you see all of the spectrum of all different points of view, all different walks of life. You pretty much see everything and everyone as the same. We are all like universal type energy. So let's go into some fun stuff, some psychic things. One of them, if you have an active dream life, that's a big one. When a lot of people think when you're using your third eye, again, Hollywood misconception, you're going to see ghosts and auras and spirits and all that other stuff. No, if you have an active dream life, your third eye is open. That's just spirit's way of coming to you and communicating to you. Seeing signs and synchronicities. How many times do you see the same repeat number sequences or number patterns? Or if you're someone who you find birds constantly come to you, you know what I'm talking about here. Synchronicities are spirit's way of letting you know, hey, your third eye is open. You are seeing synchronicities. Another thing that I refer to is I call it a stoner moment, because I don't know another phrase to use. When I refer to a stoner moment, did you ever just sit there and you just kind of go into a daze? You just zone out and go in la la land somewhere? That is the way I teach intuition and psychic development. When you're trying to connect with spirit, that is the bridge or the gap. Because when you go into that stoner moment, or you just go into a daze, you've erased and disconnected yourself from worldly logic, reason, stress, anxiety, pressure, all of that. That is the bridge, that gap that you need to be in order to connect with spirit and start receiving messages and downloads and all that kind of stuff. Again, if that's something that you want to learn how to do and you have not already, hit that subscribe button. Do it now. The other way that through psychic type stuff that your third eye may be open is if you get insight messages through physical things that are around you. A lot of times this might feel like bursts of inspiration, aha moments, or the light bulb going off, or something triggering something inside of you to be guided towards something. A lot of times we mistake it as inspiration. This is also when you dive a little bit deeper into developing your gifts. The way I teach this kind of stuff is through getting insight and messages through physical things around you. So you could be in the supermarket going about about your business and you'll see something on the cereal box that will speak to you or touch you in some way. Or you're in the shower shampooing and conditioning your hair and you see the soap studs running down, and all of a sudden you're plugged in and you're getting insight and ideas and messages and guidance, or even healing thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It's another way your third eye works with you. And of course, the last one would be obviously if you're seeing ghosts or spirits, or you know how sometimes we'll be sitting in our home watching TV and then all of a sudden you'll, out of the corner of your eye, you might see a flash or you might see a shadow go by, stuff like that, and then you do like a triple take. That's your third eye's open. So remember I told you hang out to the end of the video because I got a freebie here. I'm going to tell you about that in a second if you're really serious about developing your gifts. So those 12 examples were pretty easy, everyday, real life relatable type stuff, right? I'm telling you, if you're stuck on thinking you're going to see ghosts and auras and stuff like that, that is very, very, very rare. That's not how you know when your third eye is open. And again, it's just a matter of the marriage or the relationship that you have with yourself and you have with spirit. How much time, care, and attention do you put into this kind of stuff? And why? What is your reason why? So one of the reasons why I do these videos is I like to make them interactive. The only way that's going to happen is if you type or get your phone and comment below. So I got a question for you. I do get notifications when people comment and I do reply back. Share with me why you want to open your third eye, or even some experiences that you may have had. Share with me some of the struggles that you're running into. This way I can create a video just for you to help you out. Alright, so remember I told you hang out to the end because I got a freebie for you. If you're serious about this kind of stuff, underneath this video I have a link. I might even put two. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out when I edit the video. Definitely I'm going to put one link for a freebie on 30 different ways that you can open up your natural, intuitive, and psychic gifts. Please do not limit yourself to thinking you can only work with your third eye. You have so many other gifts that may be your stronger suit. Maybe you're someone who's a feeler. Maybe you're someone who's a thinker. Maybe you're someone who is you would hear things. And again, it's not hearing disembodied voices like what Hollywood would tell you. There are so many other gifts that you have within yourself that you can work with. So if you're struggling working with your third eye, kind of take some of the pressure off. Check out the freebie that is underneath this video, and I can give you 1,000 different ways that you can open up your senses, but 30 I think is a really good starting point. You just pick and choose whatever interests you and floats your boat. Now I will tell you this is business, okay? To be completely and totally transparent and upfront with you, when you click on the link, you will get your freebie. It will be on its way to your inbox, but it's going to ask you if you want to enhance that with like a full-blown ebook that will walk you through in detail how to do so many other different things. It's dirt freaking cheap. It's less than 10 bucks. It's so freaking worth it. But anyway, that's what I have for you. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. Please do that. Let's make this interactive. Talk to me, comment below. If you really enjoyed the video, help a girl out and share it. That's what I got for you. I hope you have a wonderful, phenomenal, kick freaking ass day. Hopefully I'll see you real soon right here on this channel. Go have a great one.